There's one very, very strong principle that actually this entire universe, entire world is operated based on this one principle. And then people somehow tend to underlook, and then they're too focused on all the external factors and strategies and marketing and everything that they do outside of their control. But if you understand this principle and actually apply into your reality in the most efficient way possible, then you can take control of your reality and then you can manifest the things that you want to manifest. And what is this show? Well, most video will tell you that at the end of the video, but I'll give you straight away, which is the cause and effect. So if you want to change your life or transform yourself or your life completely, let me rephrase that to, if you're currently point A, if you want to go to point B, there's a variety of ways to get to point B. But if you want to get the fastest result and actually achieve this point B, which is your dreams and your goals, then you have to understand this principle and be able to apply. So what most people do is they're focusing on effect. They're working, whether they're running their own business or they're working 9 to 5. They're just work, and trying to increase the amount of effect and then expecting the life to become completely different, or increasing their income or scaling their business, or going from point A to point B. Because most people are focusing on effect and then not changing the course. So imagine your flu. Well, it's bad. It's really, really bad, right? But you're just coughing right now. Or just kind of like feeling a bit sick, fever. And that's the effect, coughing, or this is you. So if you're coughing and then if you're having the symptom, is essentially the effect. We have a different problem to fix or solve, then we need a different solution. So in this video, I'm going to teach you how you can understand and apply cause and effect so that you can fasten the result of achieving goals or manifesting the dreams and the goals that you want to achieve. Welcome to my channel. My name is Nemoto. I'm a mindset coach, I'm a TEDx speaker, and I've got 2.6 million followers or 2.7 followers. I don't even know. So the definition of the butterfly effect is the idea of these small events may result in a much larger consequences, such as the butterfly flapping their wing can create the little wind and it leads up to the massive tornado in Texas, the butterfly in Brazil. That was a question that back in 1961, that can butterfly, the little wind that it creates, can lead up to some magic happens on the way that wind creates another consequences, and another consequences, can butterfly in Brazil cause a massive tornado in Texas in the US. So for example, the World War I began with a relatively small event, and then it was an assassination of Franz Ferdinand back in 1914. You see that it was a small event as the beginning of it, but it led that to another event, and it became the chain of this small event as a cause, and then it created the massive result. And hands down, this is the easiest way to understand. Joe goes to the gym and then quit a month later. I'm pretty sure there are people like that, but I'm staying strong. Cool. So Joe goes to the gym and then quit a month later. What do you think is the cause and effect? What is the cause and then what is the effect? Cool. So you might be thinking about it, and then of course the fact that I quit is, let's change the color, orange. So this is the effect. The fact that I quit is the effect. You can say that this is also part of the effect, because effect doesn't have to be this one's consequences, right? The butterfly effect, it's the chain of the event. It doesn't have to be one singular event that you think that is the effect or cause, because the butterfly, the wind of the butterfly, can lead up to something else that essentially leads to another thing, and then eventually cause a massive tornado. So understanding that it's not like 0 to 100 all the way without different dots in between, but most likely to the butterfly, which is your goal, right? Like for example, if you want to make more money, if you want to be if you want to achieve the life you want, you want to you want to make a lot of money and then like go to traveling around the world and make money from anywhere in the world, and like that lifestyle that you're dreaming of, which it was my dream. So the butterfly to the life that you want to have, the actual cause of our human behavior in anything you do is the program. This is the what you have as in a software. This is the subconscious mind. So if you don't change your program, the code of your subconscious mind, then you will never keep going in the gym. Because I can prove it to you. When I was in early 20s, my program was absolutely different. I was really, really miserable and not confident at all. I couldn't talk to beautiful girls, and I was pretending that I'm cool and whatever. But deep down, I was so negative and I was not confident. I didn't, had zero accomplishment, nothing. I started from the minus, and then now I'm in a pretty good place, to be honest. But because I changed the program, I meditated like a monk. I literally just meditated every single day, faced myself and faced my fear, and reprogrammed my mind using hypnosis or the fast as a hypnotic meditation. And now I help people to reprogram their mind with the hypnosis. But if you don't change the program, you will keep failing going to the gym. So the effect, what do you think is the effect? Is all the external factors. Your action is absolutely determined based on your program, and then your level of action or the detail of the action is actually based on your self-image and how you see yourself and the limitation you set, which is the program, which is the subconscious. So this is still internal, but it's on the surface. So if you change the course, then at the end of the effect will also change. So there's a good example for this. The Blockbuster and Netflix, and they were the two big companies in the competition of this rental spaces in the movie industry, right? But this was the back in early 2000, which was 24 years ago or 20 years ago or something like that. And there was a lot of rental stores, like renting DVDs and renting a VH. I don't think there's a video, but like the DVDs. But Blockbuster focused on this rental system because they were still popping at that time. But they ignored the fact that things were shifting into a more digital space, then things were shifting into a more online space. However, the Netflix understood that shift. The Netflix understood that things are going online, so the future is online, not the renting the physical DVD. So the Netflix took a leap of faith and started this subscription model, and then turned everything into online, but Blockbuster kept focusing on the rental physical DVDs. And then as the result, as an effect, the Blockbuster filed the bankruptcy in 2010, and Netflix is one of the biggest company in 2024. And this is such a great example because when we look at current situation and our future, it's usually unknown, right? Like when I started a business, I felt the same thing. But I was so motivated and I was like, I'm gonna do it. I don't care, even if it takes 3 years, even if it takes 5 years to start making the decent money, I don't care. I wanna do it because when I become 30 years old, become 40 years old or 50 years old, I will be better anyway. And I really focused on the program, really focused on the mindset, my internal self, and then I became that frequency itself. I became that person internally, like inside out. Then I started making $10,000 after 2 years of my work, and I kept growing as I focused on the program every step of the way. But if you really focus on the program, your subconscious, your self-talk, and everything internal, it's really infinite, the power you hold. Maybe you already have everything that it takes to get to the right outcome. You already have the skills, you already understand the business, you already have the system, you already have the followers, you already have the passion, you already are almost there, but somehow you're stuck. Why? Because it's your program, purely it. I've been doing this for a long time enough, and I can tell you 90% comes from your internal. 90% of your success and all the abundance and all the achievement comes from internal. The 10% is the principle. What I teach to people, there are a lot of people say those kind of things out there, but what I teach people, what I tell every single time is that 90% is internal, 10% is principle. There's nothing about strategy. Like I'm telling you, if you understand the principle, the way of living, the way of doing things, and the psychology and all this principle, whether it's a social media or a business or dating or people to people communication or the way you live, everything it falls down to the mindset, the internal state, and the principle. Okay, sure. How can I change the program? How can I change the course? First, you got to identify the course. Identifying the course, which is the most difficult thing, because you see, if you don't see it, you can't fix it, right? Because most people are not self-aware, and you have to expand your self-awareness. How? Understand what you do, why you do what you do, and why you say things that you say. I want to recall what you said or what you did yesterday. Like now, I want to think about it. What did you do? Most people can't even fucking remember, right? Most people don't even remember what they said, why they said what they said. So we're not self-aware. First, you gotta identify. This is the problem, this is the problem, this is the reason, this is the system, this is the pattern I have. And now if you identify it, what we're going to do is that you want to be so highly aware. You want to be in the state of expanded awareness that you can even expect that to happen. Obviously, effect is something that you cannot control. The marketing, the market, all these elections and the wars and stuff like that, you can't control those kind of things. But you can control what you say things or the thoughts or how you feel, because everything belongs to you. So first, identify what is the problem and what is the pattern. And then you want to literally tell yourself 100 times, so many times that, hey, like this is not working. And then this is the pattern that I have, right? So once you understand, I always quit gym. This is the pattern. I cannot go to the gym. Why I don't go to the gym? Because I don't like the gym. I feel like I'm a failure. And I feel like this is too difficult. So these are the reason why you don't go to the gym, because that's the program you have. So what you're going to do is to be aware of the program so well that you can expect when you're going to say it. So for example, you're like put your clothes on and like ready to go, but fuck, I'm lazy. So you see, this is the pattern that you have. And every time that you put your clothes on or think about the gym, what do you think about? Oh, I don't want to go. That's the pattern. When you think about the gym, immediately another neurons will fire in your brain and then create this entire program to launch and then say, I don't want to go. I don't think it's worth it. It's bullshit. Fuck the gym. Fuck the gym bros. I'll stay in the house. But if you can anticipate that to happen, what can you do? Is to stop saying or not to say it. And then instead, I want to go to the gym. I like gym. I am the gym bro. You think this is nothing? Watch. Watch 6 months later. Watch 2 years later. You're going to be one of the best gym bro in your local gym. Because the biggest mistake that people fail is that they focus on the effect because it's fancy. It's shiny, it's cool. Oh, look at this new marketing agency. Look at this new marketing strategy, social media, algorithm, blah, blah, blah. It's fancy, it's nice, it's easy to sell. It's so hard to sell, isn't it? Because, hey, what you need to do is very, very subtle and it has nothing visible. Look at this wing of the butterfly. Did you see that? Did you see that wind that butterfly created? So for you to change your program, what you need is a patience. But my question to you is that how much do you want what you want to achieve, the life you want to manifest? How bad do you want it? And then if you really, really want, if you're like, oh my God, it's so bad, I really want it, I need to have it, then you should be a little patient. But most people cannot even be patient for what they really, really want. So the patience is a way of success. Alright, with that said, I hope you genuinely enjoyed the video. I hope this video will encourage you to start taking the actions and then change your program, because I will promise you, if you change your program, if you change your internal, if you change the way you speak, if you change the way you think, then you will create a massive, massive tornado. And then if you're ready to really learn and invest your time and energy and money working with me, then apply from the link in the description. Let's grow together and let's fucking manifest. Alright, with this said, I'll see you in the next video. Make sure to subscribe, button, notification bell, and a like and comment. Let me know what is the takeaway in the comment. Alright, peace.